Hello, I'm Jamie Gray, and I'm the managing editor for Investigate TV at Gray Television. You know, when you think about local investigations, sometimes that is a story that involves maybe one local official or one school district or one police department. But the fact is, a lot of times the things that are problems or issues on the local level actually might point to something that's a little bit more systemic. And then you can kind of widen your scope out. Is this a problem that is happening not only in my community, but it's happening in communities across the country? It might look a little bit different. Maybe the government structure is a little bit different. But at the heart of a lot of issues, you can find that the same types of problems are playing out across the country. And with that being said, a lot of local investigations can really become national by just widening the scope of what you're looking at. So at Investigate TV, when we're starting to look through story ideas and what are we going to cover and what are we going to spend months looking into, sometimes it's a topic that just keeps coming up in our regular day-to-day lives. Maybe it's something that you keep hearing from your family that is like, that's something we should really start looking into. Or maybe we see something happening in Congress and we wonder, if this is a big enough deal that it's being talked about in Congress, maybe there's something that we should be looking into here. So a lot of times the idea comes from simply noticing what's being talked about and noticing what's going on around us. And a lot of times those ideas start with something that's maybe a big concept, but then we start looking at what information is available out there. What all can we start digging into to put a national spotlight on this issue and maybe even get some change? I think one of the coolest things that's happened to journalism in the last decade is that we have gone from this output only machine that people turned on the TV for appointment television. They saw the promo, they went to see the specific story, and that was sort of the end of the conversation. Maybe they would pick up the phone and give you a call or leave you a voicemail. Now we have not just a two-way street, but we've almost got this circle. We have this conversation that we can have with people. So when we do an investigation, we get crowd-generated ideas now more than ever before. We're talking to people on social media. We're talking to people on the phone through email. But that's where we can get some return, right? So you can get a lot more mileage out of a story when one person sees what you've got going on and they think, you know what, that's happened to me. They call in, you get another idea, and you keep pulling that string. And because we're having this conversation with our viewers now in a way like never before, we're able to get more mileage out of a story. And when I say mileage, I don't just mean more, filling the hole in the newscast. I also mean we're able to create more change. We're able to take one small issue and pull it apart and find some systemic failure that maybe should be fixed. The other thing, too, that we have now is we have a lot more space. Our real estate in television used to be the time between commercial breaks. Now we have OTT. Now we have YouTube. Now we have all of these different streaming platforms where we can put more of our content out there. We all know that we do these interviews that are 2 hours long and they are so interesting and our sources have such interesting things to say, but we can't fit all of that into a newscast. But what we can do is we can make a special, we can make a YouTube video, we can talk to our reporters and do a behind the scenes and really let our viewers in on the investigation. By doing all of those things, you're reaching viewers where they are in the various platforms that people like to go to, but you're also showcasing what we do well as journalists, which is find information and tell the world about it.